Good evening, Bethany Church in Area 51. I'm Pastor Dave. I'm back in my office here at the church. It's Friday night when I'm taping this. We're about to have the candlelight service for Christmas, and I'm very excited. Because, God didn't just do miracles in the Old Testament or the New Testament. He's still here today, and he's still doing miracles. Jesus is alive, and he's with us, and we need to thank him for that. Sometimes bad things happen, and sometimes we don't see the good, but sometimes good can come from it. Recently, Haiti, it's a place, one of the most volatile, one of the most violent places on this planet. Its president was assassinated not long ago. 17 missionaries went down there, a couple from Michigan, with the express goal of bringing people to Christ. A gang took them all hostage.
17 lives continue to hang in the balance.
It is a tragic, profound crisis that we are trying to get out of.
But getting out for the Americans has $1 million price tag for each one of the missionaries being held hostage. Among them, 5 children, one as young as 8 months old. The Christian Aid Ministries group abducted by the notorious Haitian gang 400 Mawozo, a practice becoming increasingly common in Haiti. Kidnappers posting a chilling video Thursday, warning that if demands aren't met, hostages will be shot. In the U.S., the Ohio-based faith group praying for its members trapped in Haiti, offering prayer even for the gang members.
We thank him that he is God and ask him to hear our prayers and bring our families home.
The White House Friday insisting rescue efforts are constant and ongoing, but offering little detail on progress or a proposed timeline for U.S. intervention.
We are working around the clock to bring these people home.
In Haiti, demonstrators protest fuel shortages, lawlessness, and an economic collapse across the small Caribbean nation, where the national police chief just resigned.
During their time down there, these gang members could have done whatever they wanted to them. There was no rules for them. It had to be absolutely terrifying for these missionaries. About 5 were initially released. And then the other 12 sitting in there, including small children, toddlers, had to sit there and wait. And nothing happened. But instead of a government stepping up and doing something about it, God took the lead on this one. And all 12 of them walked out of that prison just a few days ago. They had to make a very scary, arduous journey into the wilderness and away from gang territory. They had to walk by probably thousands of these people who were hostile to them to get somewhere where somebody could call for help. And they all made it out alive and safe and unscathed. Thank God. What a powerful Lord we have. It reminded me of the story in Acts 16, verses 16 through 40, of Silas and Paul in that jail. Paul and Silas went out and were out evangelizing to the people. They came across a woman who was able to tell fortunes. She was a slave, and she was making money for these people. They helped by praying and removing that evil spirit from her. She was no longer able to tell fortunes. But the people who were making money got upset. They had Paul and Silas beaten and jailed. That night, Paul and Silas were praying. There's a massive earthquake. All the doors to the jail opened. All the shackles fell off. And instead of walking away, what did? They ministered to the guards that were there, who were about to, the Philippian guard was about to stab himself, because it was his responsibility to make sure those prisoners didn't get out. He thought they had all left, but they stuck around. Paul and Silas later on were able to walk right out of that jail because of the legal system that happened there. Now, these missionaries down in Haiti didn't have a legal system they could rely upon. They still were able to walk out. Part of this, I wonder, is so that way they could mission or witness to the people that were down there as the guards, their captors, these gang members, the people that had chosen to do evil stuff. Maybe they got to hear the word of Christ through these people, these missionaries. It turns out they weren't treated very poorly. They were treated decent, which is a miracle in and of itself, that these gang members decided to treat them so well. Maybe some people that wouldn't have normally heard the gospel got to hear the gospel out of this event. and a miracle happened, and they too walked right out of this prison. It's an amazing story. It really is. Harrowing. And most of these missionaries are planning on going back. Matter of fact, the State Department of the United States had to plead with them to come back to the United States first. They wanted to stay down there and do more work. It's amazing what God can do in this world with a very few amount of very dedicated people. God bless them. And I hope to God he's in your heart. And if he's not, pray to him that Jesus is your Lord and you can accept him as well. I'm so glad that you're listening today. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas. I hope God works some miracles in your life as well. Find somebody, give them the good news. God bless you all. Hope to see you Sunday night as well. We're still doing Area 51, the youth group meeting on Sunday night. So I'll see you then at 6 p.m.